Hello dear students. Now the next passage that I have chosen to discuss today is from the last two pages of the novel. Both the pages are very important, but however I have to limit myself and I have chosen two paragraphs. So let me first read out the text to you. It's an old story, ours, my father's and mine. Love, hate are the most common and universal of experiences. But no two are alike. Each is a fingerprint of life. That's the miracle that makes literature and links it with creation itself in the biological sense. In our story, like all other stories, I've made up what I wasn't there to experience myself. Sometimes I can see I've told something in terms I wouldn't have been capable of, aware of, at the period when it was happening. The license of hindsight. Sometimes I can hear my voice breaking through. My judgments, my opinions elbowing in on what are supposed to be other people's. I'll have to watch out for that next time. Sometimes memory has opened a trapdoor and dropped me back into the experience as if I were living it again, just at the stage I was when I lived it. So I've told it that way, in the present tense, with the vocabulary that was all I had to express myself with. And so I have learned what he didn't teach me, that grammar is a system of mastering time. To write down, he was, he is, he will be, is. To grasp past, present and future. Whole, no longer bearing away. All of it. Well, this is the text for you. And as you must have noticed that in this text, will is thinking, reflecting. So when it is an RTC, after you have identified the writer and the work, you will have to mention the speaker, and here it is will, and of course he is not speaking to anyone. These are his reflections. And since this is the end of the novel, obviously you would not be expected to narrate the whole story as a context. You will have to take the immediate context and connect it with these reflections. Maybe even what he might be writing down. Because as we reach the end of the novel, he declares that he has become a writer. So maybe he's thinking and writing it down. Now so you may just mention that these are his reflections, and then you can go to the context. And the immediate context of this line, if you look, is the earlier part where his house is burnt and his father is there. He has brought his father there, and his father has gone into the house, and his father has uttered that famous speech before the people who are there. After which, though we are not told immediately, we come across with his reflections, but in between the reflections we come to know that his father has been detained again. So the police has again taken his father away, and now he is left all alone. And when he is left all alone, he is thinking, and maybe he is also writing. So he starts with the idea that this is an old story. Why he says an old story? Now we are explaining the lines. So it is old because, old in the sense that stories of this kind are not new. Such kind of stories might have been told. Old is also talking about the entire journey of his to this point of time. So the word old can be interpreted in many ways. And then he says it is ours, meaning to say it's the story of his life and the life of his father. These two characters are more important. However, he doesn't mention his mother and sister, but if we recollect the background, then he has also been talking about them. But right now, the focus is more on his father, because he's recently been with his father and he has also suffered the burning of the house, and now his father has also been detained, so he is entirely alone. So he says, my father's and mine. So the emphasis is more on his own self and his father. Then what is there in this story? Then he focuses on love and love-hate, because these are the most common of the emotions. He says these are the universal experiences in human life. And these are, of course, not similar, not alike. Not only the fact love and hate, because of course love and hate are different, but sometimes they are also interconnected. Sometimes you hate the same person whom you love. And in the context of his father, he had adored his father when he was a child, when he was moving into his teens, and he starts disliking his father because of his father's relation with Hannah. So love and hate are, though different, though not alike, but there is an intertwining. Again, when he says it is our story, then it is, his father's story and his. But even the two persons are not same. They may be the father and the son, there may be similarities, but they are not alike. And that is why he says that they are not alike. Each is a fingerprint of life, as if life is they have their own fingerprints. Then he says that this is the miracle. That is what makes literature. That is responsible for the beautiful creation which writers come up with. And somewhere he also connects it with the creativity which we see in the biological life also. So how life is born. So this is where we need to look at. Then in the next para he says, in our story, like other stories, what happens that everything that you are writing you might not have experienced yourself. You even make up, and that is what he says. Because he says that sometimes you can't be present everywhere to experience and to see it, which he says. So he says that many things, whatever he's been capable of or seeing or aware of, but there are other things he's not aware of or capable of, because when it is his father's story, there's the movement also, and he doesn't know so much about that movement as a child, and he's gradually becoming aware of it. And the period when things are happening in his life, but as a result of the experience now, he has developed the hindsight, the understanding. Then he says that because of his emotions, he's even able to hear his voice, which is breaking. So the unclarity, the trouble. Sometimes his judgments are not proper, as if he's trying to push into others' life. Actually, they are other people's. Maybe his perspective is not right. That's what he's trying to say. And so he says, I'll have to watch out for that next time. Because next time when he writes, because this is the first time he's writing, so it's a very limited vision with which he's writing, and he has to be careful the next time. Then he says that sometimes memory comes in, it traps you, and it drops you back into the time. But what happens that though it is a memory, you live it, and when you live it, then you feel as if it is happening right now, in the present. And so you lose track of time, and that's what he's saying, that he expresses it in that way, and he uses the present tense for what has happened in the past, because it is a memory. And that is why in the beginning when we were discussing, we were saying there are different time zones here. So there is the overlapping, because in past experience is in the present, and he has the vocabulary with which to express. Okay. Then he says many things he has learned from his father. His father has taught him grammar and literature and language, but certain things he has now learned through his experience. And that is that grammar teaches you to master time. And so when we use expressions like he was, he is, he will be, then we know where is past, where is present, where is future. But let me tell you, what he is saying is beyond grammar. Grammar is just the rules. Life is, if you look at the time zones, it is so different from grammar. For grammar, you have to express in a limited way, but human experience moves beyond, and there's a connection, and that is why he says it has to be whole. You just can't take it in a fragmented manner, and he says it is all of it, all of it. So in this way, I believe you'll be able to tackle. I've taken quite a big portion, and you should remember that what follows, I mean, you don't have to mention it. I mean, this part is over, which I have explained, and you will be able to handle the RTC, but I thought you should also know what happens after this. And after that, he is talking about his father's detainment. He's talking about what he has been through in life, and he realizes that his father has contributed, his mother has contributed, his sister has contributed, but now it is his time. It is his time is coming, and that it is the time not only with his relationships with the women, with the girlfriends, but it is also with politics. See, at a point of time, he had told his mother that even he too should join the movement like them. And mother had said that he should not do so. But somewhere that thought is disturbing him, and we see that when you will read it further, you will see that. And then he says, but whatever happens, he is going to record everything. He is going to record their struggle. And it is like the struggle of people who walk in a desert, or the struggle of people who are walking in areas covered with snow. So how difficult it is. Then later he shares a poem which is about a bird, and that bird wants to build its life, its song, and it wants to fly, and initially we are trying to allow it to fly, but there are people to, entice it with the crumbs and all. And then he says it is the dove which is carrying the twig of olive, which represents peace. But somehow there are enticements. It comes, it tries to move to eat those crumbs, and then it breaks its nose, and everything is dashed. So somewhere he is disturbed, perturbed. He wants freedom, he wants peace, and the bird represents that, the flight and everything, which is to be seen in the poem. But he feels that it is not so easy to achieve. And finally, in the end, he says that he has become a writer. That's what his father has made him. And he wonders whether he likes it or not. But he says, nevertheless, he's become a writer. And he says that maybe he may not be able to publish it. So it is an open-ended novel. And he closes on that note. When I say he, that is Will. Ultimately, the writer, Nadine herself. So I believe you must focus on these two last pages, read them carefully so that you can get the final message. Then only you'll be able to do justice to even this limited RTC, which is the second last page. I'm sure you will handle it, and thank you.